We on, right? Okay, hey, everyone. Please forgive us for our technical difficulties, but you know how things are. When you got lemons, you make what? Lemonade. Very good, very good. So again, I am Tracy Irvin, and I am here as your co-host on Smoke and Score Live with my co-host,
Leon Searcy.
And we're so excited to have our third episode with our live studio audience.
Yeah,
woo! Very good, very good. We have some very prestigious groups in the house on this evening. First of all, we have representing one of our guests, our premium guests on this evening, and we have Smoking Aces. Smoking Aces. And who else do we have, Leon?
Oh, we have Oceans in the house. Give me some love, Oceans. I'm going to leave a little bit.
Who is that saying what, preach?
I'm going to leave a little bit more enthusiasm.
All right, a little bit more enthusiasm. Why don't you? We appreciate everyone for supporting us and just being here for the Smoke and Score podcast. We just enjoy what we're doing and just bringing you some really quality content every other Thursday. Please go on our Facebook page, Smoke and Score Live with Leon and Tracy. And just ring on the notification bell, and you can get every one of our podcasts notifying you when we're going live, okay? So, Leon, tell us about Smoke and Score, if you will.
Well, if this is your first time tuning in, Smoke and Score is first and foremost about our love for cigars. All right, we got to give a shout out to where we are right now. We're at Island Girl Cigars on Gate Parkway, 7860. But we spend most of our time here building relationships, talking, smack,
yes, sir.
Teasing people. I ain't gonna say who y'all was on early, Gary, but
He's on Gary early.
But yeah, we talk cigars,
Cisco.
we build relationships, we build networking, and then that's our love for cigars. Each one of us here has our own brand of cigars.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
we're gonna talk about that a little later. And then our second score is our love for sports. Any kind of sports. We got football back.
Yes.
Which we thought about
Football's coming up.
About 3 months
Football.
ago, it didn't look too good.
Yeah.
COVID came through and just looked like it was going to wipe out all
Yeah.
the football.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
somehow
yeah.
we got a football game coming on this Thursday. Houston Texans, Kansas City Chiefs are playing later on at 8:30.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad football is back. And not only is it smoke, I mean, honestly, it's cigars, it's sports, but it's also community.
Absolutely.
What we do in the community, we like to bring people in that are very positive people in the community that affect the Jacksonville community in a positive way. We've had chefs on, you know, we've had politicians on, and today we've got somebody, you know, who has his own cigar company. Well, not a cigar company, own cigar group.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
And he's the president and CEO.
Amongst other things, Leon.
And he does a lot of positive
Yeah,
things in the community.
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
we got to bring positive people on to the show to let them know how they're affecting the Jacksonville community.
Thank you so much, Leon. First of all, we have to take care of a little bit of housekeeping business. So I would like to say all opinions expressed on the Smoke and Score live podcast with Leon and Tracy are expressly used for this broadcast. All opinions of guests and any content therein does not necessarily represent any opinions or agreements for our broadcast or whom we are affiliated. And we do not own the rights to any other music that we play. Understand? Understand.
Understood.
Understood. And again, please don't forget to follow us on Smoke and Score Live. And we have opportunities at smokeandscorelive@gmail.com for sponsorships or our cigar manufacturers. We love to hear from you. And we have our first sponsor for our broadcast, Leon.
Okay, go ahead and shout
Yes,
them out.
our first sponsor. We have a local filmmaker from Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
He wrote the film We Remember Rains. Does anyone remember that? Anybody in the audience remember that film that he did, We Remember Rains? He's a Reebok alumni, actually, but he wrote this film score talking about just the whole trajectory about the history about the Reigns Reebok. And so he did a really good job with that. So now he has a new project he's working on, and it's called She the Number One Fan. It sets out to prove that the competitive spirit no longer has a gender. a casual inquiry into the female fandom of American collegiate. Okay.
That's now 45%.
Okay.
So it's growing. It's growing over the
That's
last
a good
decade
statistic.
or so. So women, they know more about sports than some of the guys do. Excuse me, guys, but they do.
That's to my understanding, Leon.
Well.
And so what he's doing is he's having a Zoom on September 19th, a Zoom conversation for football fans that are female.
Okay.
And what he's going to do in that conversation, he wants everybody to come in, anyone who has ideas or women that have ideas about sports and the female opinion about football. And that is so, I love that, don't you?
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Torrance.
Torrance, what is you
doing?
doing?
Snickering. What's the snickering about, huh?
No, it's just my crew, man. You know,
Oh, the crew. Oh, of course.
first
the
time up here, and you know.
Oh, they told you better rep. Now I heard a couple of your crew members say that you better represent.
I got
man,
to,
on
yes,
the, on
sir.
the Facebook.
Yes,
so
sir.
you'll
Yes,
be
sir.
fine, man.
Oh yeah,
you got your smoke, you got your drink.
Got my drink and the smoke. Yes, sir. I'm
we'll
relaxed.
have a good time.
Yes, sir.
So Tracy, do you want everybody?
Yes, and
to come?
I want to make sure that I shout out Emmanuel, the filmmaker, Emmanuel Washington. You can reach him at 904-753-7687 or on social media at Facebook and Instagram at @she1fan. So we'll talk about him a little bit later in the broadcast as well. So a great filmmaker, very local, very great guy doing some really great projects in our local area.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. So what are we talking about? So let's talk about our guest. Oh my gosh, we have Mr. Torrance Gary. He is the owner of Earth Florida Jack's CBD store here in Jacksonville, Florida. He is the creator. And are you the co-chair of Smoking Aces or what's the hierarchy? I don't know how that go. I don't know how y'all do y'all thing.
Well, I am actually one of the founders
Okay.
of the Smoking Aces.
Okay.
The Smoking Aces originated with myself and Edwin R. Williams, who's no longer with us at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Right
yes,
here
rest
in this
heaven.
very building.
Yes,
2
yes,
years
yes.
ago, as a matter of fact.
Yes. Well, we want to talk about, first of all, we'd like you to take us into the life of your CBD and Earth Florida store. Tell us about THC and how it can play a positive effect within the community. It has medicinal properties as well. Now, I like the little gummies now. I tried those. Those were amazing. You ever tried the gummies, Leon?
I have not tried the gummies,
Oh,
but
okay.
I've tried, because I used to play professional sports.
Yeah.
So the creams help my joints and everything.
Yeah,
like that. So
yeah.
He gave me some cream that I could use on my knees and my ankles and all that kind of stuff, because most of my stuff now is wear and tear. Just my ability to get out of bed. So I do use some of the cream.
Okay, very good. So, Torrance, take us into your Earth store and just tell us a little bit about what you're doing with that.
Well, Earth Florida originated in West Palm Beach about 6 years ago with my brother, Jonathan Gary. Out of his infinite wisdom, we decided to open the store here in Jacksonville a year ago last month, actually. So we've been in the business here in Jacksonville for about a year, helping out the people here in the community, helping out great athletes, all pro athletes like Leon here. And thank you, Leon, for allowing us to, bless you with some of the product and, that it actually works. And it is something that works. And most people believe that it doesn't work, but it has a lot of great benefits to it. Like you said, like you alluded to, the joints, your day-to-day, you being able to get up, it helps out with anxiety. It helps out with eczema. It helps out with a lot of things that we just really don't think of. PTSD, ADHD. It's safe for kids to use as well with parental guidance.
Now, to my understanding, the CBD franchise now is a multi-billion-dollar industry right now. And I mean, I was talking to you maybe about a month ago, and you legitimized your company because you say there's a lot of mom and pops out there that go and say they do CBD and this and that. Correct. What makes your company more authentic than like the mom and pops that people just pop up in on?
Well, number one, we pride ourselves in doing everything the right way. We have a license from the FDA here in Florida. We've been working with the same companies for the past 6 years now. So we know what works. We don't usually let anyone come into our store who does not have the proper editing on all of their labeling and those type of things. So if you're not right, you're not going to be able to come and sell anything in our store.
So most of the product that you have in your store, the CBD product, it goes to a lab and it's put together, and then it's certified by the FDA before it even touches your store.
Well, it goes to a lab. The FDA only regulates exactly how it's sold now.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
So everything that we have is lab tested. We have the COAs with a QR code on all of our products inside of the store. So you are able to, scan it with your phone, and then you'll be able to look at all of the ingredients, all of the testing, everything that's inside of the products in our store, Florida Jack CBD store, and everything there is good for you.
Now you just have one store, right?
I have one store. We have we have two stores actually.
Okay, you got two stores.
One here in Jacksonville, the other in West Palm Beach.
Okay, well, go ahead and give them the addresses to the one here in Jacksonville. Just in case
the address here to the one in Jacksonville is 4372 Southside Boulevard, Suite 203. We're next to the FedEx and Chase Bank on Southside Boulevard, and one of the other landmarks is Aroma Cigar Bar that we're next to as well. So if guys want to come by, please come by and visit us. You can always go on floridajackcbd.com, and you can purchase anything you want. Please give us a call, 904-802-7186. We can answer any questions for you. Any questions?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. So, Torrance, you created, and we were talking about your Smoking Aces organization. Could you tell us a little bit about that and what you're doing with Smoking Aces?
Wow.
What is the mission and purpose of your group?
Wow. So the Smoking Aces, like I alluded to earlier, it originated here at Island Girl, and it started with myself and Edwin Williams.
Okay.
We call him Ed, and we call him Unc.
Uncle, yeah.
I'm not from Jacksonville. I'm originally from South Florida. I knew not too many people here when I came in town, and Ed, which I call him Unc, was one of the gentlemen that really, took me under his wing and said, "Hey, T, man, come hang out, come do a few things. I see you smoke cigars. I love cigars. I've been smoking cigars since I was 5 years old."
Oh, Lord.
Right.
Wow.
Right. So, unfortunately, they were a nickel back then.
Well, here's the thing I know about the Smoking Aces. I know that the group members are regulated, which means that just everybody can't join the group.
No.
So what are some of the regulations or stipulations of you becoming a Smoking
In order
Ace?
for you to even become a member of the Smoking Aces, you have to come around and hang out with us. And it's going to take you a good year and some change in order for you to even become an
Background
ace.
check.
Background check.
Oh, y'all,
Make sure you.
check.
y'all have a background check for Smoking
Hey,
Aces?
listen.
Y'all do background check?
So what you do is you see how they act in public.
How they
So
act
you
in
give them a
public.
whole year to see how they act in public.
Whole
Decide
year.
if they
Yes,
want to
sir.
make. Okay, I can understand.
Because
that.
all of us, it's hard to find a group of about 26 people that are
To
like-minded.
really like-minded. That's so
Right.
true. That's so
Like-minded
true.
people, all professional people, everyone that has something to give to the Aces, not to myself, because it's not about me. The Aces is bigger than me.
Okay.
Everyone is that's an Ace is empowered.
Like
So,
keep that positive vibe around each other.
yes, always positive, always smoking a stick, and always having a drink as well.
Oh, very good.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, while we're here, we see some people that are chiming in to our Facebook Live on our podcast, and I just want to make some acknowledgments, Leon. We have Ronald with Real Flowers, Ron Flowers with Dana Flowers. Thank you for tuning in. Tammy Fields, we know that we are sideways, so y'all going to have to watch us like this tonight. Because, hey, it's the first time for everything, but we're having technical difficulties. It's all good. And then we got Brother Robert Brown. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, please chime in as we are reading the live feeds, and we will get to you. I want to take a question from our studio audience. Anybody have a question in regards to the CBD or the golf tournament? We're about to talk about the golf tournament in just one moment. Golf tournament. Let's
Wow.
talk about that.
So the
Smoking
golf
Aces.
tournament was created by the Aces. Edwin R. Williams Opportunity Scholarship will be afforded to students that will be attending Florida A&M University. So
All
all the
right.
Rattlers in the house.
Wait a minute. I'm a wildcat, but I'm gonna be all right with that. I'm a wildcat, but I'm gonna be okay with that for a moment.
Okay then, Tracy.
Okay,
We'll excuse you tonight.
okay.
But we also got a hurricane next to us as well.
Oh.
Well, everybody on my mama's side with the FAMU. So I appreciate scholarships.
all right.
I'll give them away to her.
So, yeah, we all decided that we're
your mama
definitely going to honor Ed by creating a scholarship in his name, and that's what we did. We also decided, hey, we want to send our kids to our schools.
HBCU.
So
Yes,
HBCUs,
nice. That's nice.
and we
That's
decided to send our kids to our schools. So all of majority of the proceeds, rather, will definitely be going to Florida A&M University and to well-deserving students
That's
that will be
great.
attending school.
Attending.
Now let me ask you a question because I know I'm an invite to the golf tournament. I'm gonna be playing.
Yes, sir.
Do not film it. Do not film me playing, all right? Because I already
you on
know
the
there's going to be
president's
some
team.
jokes. I
Film
already know there's going
Leon.
to be some jokes playing.
Film
all right?
Leon. We're going to put it
All
on
right?
Smoking
All
Score.
right? So when I'm up there swinging, I don't want y'all behind me taking no selfies or no videos.
Well, you on the president's
I ain't played
team,
in
so
7 years now. All right, listen, I'm going to the golf tournament to drive and jive. I want a cigar
And smoke.
and to drink.
yes,
and that's all I want.
That's what we're doing.
But I'm going because it's a great cause.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
And now I'm a sponsor. Now, Ultimate CEO will have our cigars as a sponsor. So speak to the sponsorship opportunities that are available. Do you still have some sponsorship opportunities?
Oh, yeah,
available?
we always have sponsorship opportunities up to the last day.
Okay.
So we have our whole sponsorship start at $200. Then we have, you can have a foursome at $500.
Okay.
Then it goes up from $1,000.
Okay.
And you get a whole host of things with that. You'll be able to put your information from your business inside with the Diddy bag.
Okay.
You get a foursome. And I think you get a mention on the website as well.
Okay.
Then we go from $1,000 to $3,000.
All right.
And that's the signature sponsor
Very good.
of the event.
Very
We're going to
good.
have on that Friday evening, Island Girl has gracefully given us
Oh,
the
wow.
entire cigar bar
Really?
starting at 5 p.m.
Oh, you are a big time Smoking Aces big time golf tournament.
So the bar is going to be
Okay.
closed down on that Friday. We're having a parent party.
Nice.
So we expect to have about, the COVID allowed amount here.
Very good. Well, tell us
Over
about
the
some of the
line now.
prizes because I'm a big person on prizes, Leon. You know, I love to win stuff now.
Oh,
I like
wow.
to win things now.
Well,
free,
listen.
free. If it's free, it's for
Well,
me.
I can tell you what some of the prizes are. 'Cause I'm going to sign them.
Okay, very good.
All right,
Let's go.
Well, first of all, you might get if it's going to be a silent auction.
Okay.
Right?
Correct.
Silent auction is going to include a Leon Searcy, All-Pro Pittsburgh Steeler
Okay.
jersey.
Okay.
Leon Searcy, University of Miami Hall of Fame jersey.
Oh,
Leon
nice.
Searcy, Jacksonville Jaguar top 25 all-time jersey.
What?
They go along with many helmets of the Steelers,
Okay.
the Jaguars, and the Miami Hurricanes. So if you're a sponsor out there, you need to sign up so you can possibly win.
Very nice. Oh my goodness, that is incredible, Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. Well, we're so excited that you could come on here and tell us about the golf tournament. That's great what you're doing with your group. You're utilizing cigar culture, camaraderie, friendship, and family to be able to bring something good to the community.
Thank you.
And that's a beautiful thing because we need more of that. So again, tell us how people can get in touch with you in order to be a part of the golf tournament.
Wow. So quite easily, you can go to SmokingAcesJacksonville.com. That's smoking, SMOKIN, Aces, Jacksonville.com. You can sign up. You can see all the events that will be going on that weekend.
Okay.
And all of the charitable things that we've done since our creation of the Smoking Aces as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Not only, we're having a scholarship, but we do here at Island Girl, this is our home. We do a fundraising drive for toys for children in care, foster kids.
Oh, nice. I
So
didn't know
we
about
raise
that.
about 300 to 500 toys every year.
Oh, nice.
And then we give back to the community in that way as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, one of
Torrance,
one of
that's
our
wonderful.
major things that we didn't just want the stick here to be something that you just came, just hung around, you told jokes and you drank and then you went home.
Right.
We wanted to actually be a movement here, so that it's something that's substantial. That hey, you can say I can go home and say, hey, yeah, we were smoking, but this is what we did and this is what we do. And then hey, you get to meet great people like yourself, the Ultimate CEO, and then you get to sit next to an all-pro.
And all in one place. All in one place.
Absolutely.
I
The stick
love
brought
that,
you and I
don't
together,
you?
Leon.
Yep.
It brought us together.
It did, absolutely.
And it brought myself and Tracy together as
Absolutely.
well. So that's what I think this is all about. That's the culture that we have created with inside the Smoking Aces.
Wonderful. Well, Torrance, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay with us for the rest of our Smoking Score live conversation this evening. But we want to give Torrance Gary a big round of applause, right, audience? Let me tell you. So, Earth Florida Jacks, right? CBD store on Southside Boulevard, as well as a Smoking Aces organization, and they're doing the golf tournament on October the 10th. October the 10th. Really great group. They're doing amazing things for the community, and we're so proud to have you here, and we really congratulate you on all you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you
for
so
having
much.
me.
So, I want to say again a shout out to our broadcast sponsor. We have Emmanuel Washington, a local filmmaker here in Jacksonville, Florida. He is integrating women in football fans, and football. And Leon, you say you looked that up and you did some research and you thought that was pretty good, huh?
My homework.
You thought your homework.
I just look this way. I'm a graduate of
Oh, very good. Very good.
So I did my homework on women in sports.
Excellent.
And their love for sports, and over the last couple of decades,
Okay.
it has skyrocketed.
Yes.
With their women's love for football.
That's wonderful. So they can contact, if you want to be a part of Emmanuel Washington's project for his filmmaking project, Women in Sports, and the fans of Women in Sports, you can reach him at 904-753-7687 or on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at @she1fan. Okay.
All right.
So what is everybody smoking on this evening? Since we're talking smoke and score, we're talking smoke.
Well, I can't say because it's not my stick.
Okay. Well,
You shouldn't say either. It's your stick.
Listen, I support because they support me, so
Okay,
I pass if I pay it forward. So what I'm smoking is a nub. This is a small little stick. It's Nicaraguan blend, I believe, and it's made by Oliver. And
Okay.
it's a very good smoke if you don't have a lot of time. Because, normally a cigar is like, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours? Now,
3.
That's a whole nother thing we're going through there,
That's a
sir. That's a whole nother thing. So it's a really good, it's mild to medium, and it's got a nutty, earthy flavor. So I like that flavor.
So I see
blend.
that you're complimenting with what is that, Pinot Grigio?
I have a Pinot Grigio.
So that's a compliment to that cigar.
It's a good. Now, normally I would do a red wine, but I'm trying to take it a little light tonight. I'm trying to go easy.
Okay.
I'm trying to go a little easy on them, right, Torrance? So, Torrance, what about you? What you smoking, sir?
Well, we have our own brand of cigar as well. We have the Smoking Aces cigar that's definitely in development. We had a few of them out at our big Father's Day event that we did. But tonight is one of my go-tos.
Go-to? Okay.
Yeah, I love the Pandemonium, Asylum 13 Pandemonium.
That's a nice big stick
a
there.
nice
I
big
mean, that's a
stick.
nice big stick. Okay, we're going to move right along.
We're going to let that one slide.
Let that slide.
We're going to let that roll. We're going to let it roll. Well, very good, very good. We enjoy the leaf and different leaf blends. It's an amazing camaraderie just to sit here and be able to come to this environment again, not only here at Island Girl Gate Parkway, but other places, going out of town, just enjoying the love of the leaf and loving to meet people. So, and cigars are tasty. They're yummy. They're good. The different blends are great. People...
Yeah, and you said that particular stick, they have one that's a little smaller and a little bolder, and one that you couldn't finish, so you're going to give me those sticks later on.
I'm going to give you all of them.
Huh?
All of them that I have left.
Come on now. Do you
can
tap out?
have all of
You don't look like somebody that's going to tap
I
out.
will be
Oh,
done.
yeah,
For a
you know,
cigar?
tap out,
Yes.
tap out.
Oh, come on.
Tap out,
Was
tap
it
out,
a bowl-
tap
was
out.
it a bowl cigar? What was the leaf? Was it-
Seemingly, what happened is the smaller the gauge is on these asylums, the more you get more. It's more flavorful.
Yes.
You get a lot out of it. The bigger one is a longer smoke, and it's a wider gauge, and then the smoke is not as condensed when it goes into your mouth.
Okay, I
You know,
got
that's
you.
what I'm told. You know what I mean?
well.
So you are more than welcome
Listen,
to have
the bolder
all
the
of
better. I
them.
like them
The
both.
bolder the better. And speaking of
Very
bolder
bold.
the better, LeBron is playing right now, so I'm trying not to be distracted with all the televisions
see.
here in
I
Island
need
Girl.
you to stay
I'm trying to
focused,
peek over there, but I'm
co-host.
focused. Co-host. You know, King James version in the house. I have to
Lakers.
take a little peek and come back.
Lakers for life.
But anyway, moving on, since we are talking about smoke and score. So, Leon, what do we have going on now? Football's amping back up. What's happening?
Well, I mean, the football season is rolling around. The Chiefs played the they played at Houston, Texas at 8:30 today. But we got to tackle Jaguar football now because
Jaguar
right now,
football, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Jacksonville
all the national pundits has got the Jaguars just losing like 13 or 14 games.
Yeah.
And that's unheard of. And they think we're tanking for Trevor. Trevor Lawrence is the Cleveland quarterback. I mean, the Clemson quarterback is supposed to be the first pick overall. But NFL players can't tank because it's a performance-based league. So if you're in a performance-based league where they got film on you, you can't play bad because you got bad film. So the guys are going into the seasons with the impression that they want to win football games. I can't say that for the front office because they're letting go so much amazing talent from Ramsey to Dante Flowers to Allen Robinson, Yannick Ngakoue. The Leonard Fournette thing, I still don't understand to this moment. They let Leonard Fournette go. So, and another thing is the 53-man roster of the Jaguars. 16 rookies made the team. That's crazy because most of the teams, at most, on teams that have a veteran personnel, at most 6 rookies make.
That's
the team.
unprecedented. Hard to be.
We had 12 draft picks make the team, and then 4 undrafted free agents. That's 16, which lets you know that they're rebuilding. I don't care what they're saying in the front office. I don't care what the coaching staff is saying. You're rebuilding. You're not going to be that good because, first of all, these kids didn't even have an off season because of COVID.
Yes.
So you're asking these kids to come into training camp and hit the ground running. And the bullets are going to be flying on Sunday.
Okay.
All right. So you're expecting a lot of these players, young players, to go in there and perform at an elite level when I don't think it's possible. Because mass majority of the team is either rookies or second-year guys. And most of the time when you got rookies or second-year guys playing football, it doesn't spell well.
It doesn't.
So we're going to see the Jaguars' first game is, they're at home against the Colts. They're what I think they're right now 7-point underdogs.
Wow.
And Phillip Rivers has had our number for the longest time. So I don't know. I mean, I'm supposed to do my pick tomorrow on the radio show, so I don't want to tell it now.
You don't want to tell it now.
But I don't see the Jaguars, unfortunately, winning that many games.
Oh, goodness. What do you think, Torrance? What do you think of them Jaguars?
Well, I mean, I am a season ticket holder since I've been here in Jacksonville.
Okay, wow.
And it kind of made it real difficult for me to make that decision with the COVID things going on and all of the factors that Leon just alluded to as well. It's kind of disheartening to want to go into a season where you know that it's not going to look too good for us. I love the future. The future is everything. But we can still do a little better. 2 years ago, we were
31 months ago, this team was in the AFC
Championship game, correct.
31 months ago.
And now
think about that. Think about where we were 31 months ago and look at where we are
Look where we're now. We're going to be last in the league, Hopefully not. But,
But you know what? Here's the thing. And I remember when I was in the press box when Nick Foles got hurt, right? And Gardner Minshew came out. And Gardner Minshew, his first 5 or 6 games, he was on fire. I mean, he had like 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was completing 80% of his passes. And I was in the press box saying, whatever you do, don't tell this kid he's not supposed to be doing this. Because he's not supposed to be coming as a rookie, lighting up the NFL he was in the first 5-6 games. So, with this team being so young and coming from backgrounds like Florida, Clemson, and LSU, those are winning pedigrees. Those are schools that win. So these kids, these players aren't used to losing. So maybe they'll go into the games with the aspect like, hey, we know how to win. And I just want to see them compete.
So do you see any of the rookies now that are available to the team that are going into the league, into the team that are promising right now? That any of them that
they're all
like
promising. Listen, they're all promising on paper until they play the game. We're going to have I probably have 2 rookies starting at corner. All right, we're going to have a rookie at the nose guard position who's going to be rotating. We're going to have a rookie on the field and Chason from LSU, who's going to probably be playing outside linebacker. Wow. Ben Barch, the offensive lineman, he's a backup guy, but he might get some look. He might get some rotation with the offensive line. And we got Chenault, the wide receiver from Colorado, who I think is going to have an outstanding year. He's going to be probably rotating in at the slot position. So we're going to have a lot of guys that are going to come up this Sunday against the Colts, so our rookies are going to be playing a lot of football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, talking about opinions about players on the teams, Fournette gave a nice little opinion lately.
He took a shot.
He took a shot, Leon. He took a shot.
We all do. I did.
And so, quote, air quotes, I will say, quote unquote, he said exactly what, Leon? What was his comment about his experience with having a quarterback? What was that comment?
Well, first of all, he shouldn't have been waived. All right? Leonard Fournette, he was a 4-pick overall, and he had 1,700 yards of all-purpose offense last year, so you got to get something out of it. You could have got a 7th rounder. They throw away 7th-round picks, all right? So they got absolutely no fun. So when you waive somebody, you're essentially saying that he's not good enough to make your team, which
Right.
is outrageous.
Yes,
Because
yes.
I was out there on the field and Leonard Fournette was running with the ones. So why would you have him running with the ones and you were going to waive him just a month later? Doesn't make sense.
Quick, is that possibly making a statement about him? That the Jaguars possibly making a statement to the league about him?
Well, they're trying. That's an indictment. They're trying to make it like it's an indictment on him.
Correct.
All right, because rumor mill, and I'm going air quotes here. They say they were saying they were trying to get a lot of the bad because they had such a young team. They were
Correct.
trying to get some of the bad seed out the locker room.
Correct.
They were saying Leonard was late to meetings, sleeping in meetings. He had cursing out teammates and all this other kind of stuff. But a talent like that, if they were winning, he would get a longer leash.
Correct.
But they're losing, he doesn't get a longer leash.
Correct.
And they did the same thing with Rodney Harrison. They got rid of him, but they got a draft pick for him. So, I don't know. But Leonard, what Leonard quote was when he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tampa Bay getting him and him being able to rotate with Donald Jones, who's a starting running back, says that Tampa's all the way in to try to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
They're
I
all
agree
in
with
to
that.
try to win.
Right.
All right?
Right.
So Leonard went from Gardner to the GOAT. That's Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah.
And he said in the presser when he was interviewed, he said, for the first time in my whole career,
My whole career.
I got
quarterback.
a real quarterback. Now,
Wow.
Well-
is there any truth to that?
Well, Leon, in his defense, for lack of a better term, he probably has taken a lot of hits in his career. I mean, he take a lot of hits, and he probably feels as though he has like a little bit of protection now in that regard when it comes to having
listen,
a good quarterback. I mean,
Listen, I agree with you.
now he don't have to work it maybe probably as hard.
I know a lot of Jaguar fans don't want to hear this, but Gardner Minshew to Tom Brady is an upgrade. That's a
Agreed.
clear upgrade.
Yeah.
That's a clear upgrade.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, your first ballot Hall of Famer, guys who's won 6 Super Bowls, have been to what, 9 Super Bowls? That's an upgrade.
Yeah.
So I mean, he probably got caught up in the moment. He said what he said.
Yeah.
But, I mean, no harm, no foul.
There's a little bit of truth to it too, I believe.
Shot at me, I'm gonna take a shot at you.
I
Yeah.
took a shot when I left Jacksonville when I signed with the Ravens. When I got hurt my last year, and I asked the Jaguars if they want to re-sign me, and they said no, they were going to stay with a guy named Zach Weger, and that they won't let me go on a free agent. And when I left, I said, well, and they asked me in the presser, they said, Leon, what about the Jaguars? And I said, well, the Jaguars decided to dine at Sizzlers instead of eat Roof Chris.
Roof Chris. That's right.
That was my shot.
All pro.
We all
wow.
The pillar.
yeah, the pillar.
The pillar.
I took a shot.
They don't understand
we all
that.
do. We all
Yeah.
take shots.
They understand that. Wow.
Okay, so again, going back to some of our live feeds that we have going on Facebook, I'm going to read a few of them. Our filmmaker, Emmanuel Washington, said thank you. He's here on the live, saying thank you for his shout out, for his sponsorship. Carmen Williams, she's here in the house, smoking aces. Lim Dunnings, how are you doing? He said tanking. I'm not sure what he might be referring to.
Well, he's saying that the Jaguars are tanking.
The
to get first
Jaguars
pick.
are tanking?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sam Flag, hey, how are you doing? Thank you for coming on. Andrea Bryant Smith says she needs to try that Smoking Aces stick. Coming out. Very good
Alrighty.
Smoking Aces stick.
Thank you.
Okay. And Todd Henderson, great time, Aces. Thank you all so much for
Thank
chiming in on this evening. All right. Okay, very good. We want to appreciate and say thank you to our live studio audience that's out here on this evening. Any questions in regards, any comments about the Jaguars, anything you all have to say in regards to the Jaguars? No, y'all are the most silent audience. I'm going to have to pay up zero chance. I'm going to call him out. Should we call his name out, Leon?
No.
Wait, we don't know him.
We're going to take his Jag card.
We don't know him. We don't know him. He's smoking ace, so we'll let him have a hall pass today. Just a
Give him a
hall
pass.
pass. Just a hall pass. So anyway, Leon, anything else going on in sports we want to discuss besides? Because I'll talk about the Lakers all night. You know
Well,
me.
I'm a little upset. To be quite honest with you.
What you upset about?
I'm upset that I'm here and ACC Network's not in the house, and my Canes are playing right now against
turning the
UAB.
station. They turning
Okay.
the station now.
All right. University of Miami Hall of Famer can't
Right.
watch the Canes play football.
watch
Oh my gosh, that's a treachery.
It is a treachery.
It's treacherous. Is that a word? It's treacherous.
Well, it is now. Today it is. Whatever it
is.
is. Treachery, treacherous, whatever.
Quick question: How you feel about Jalen Ramsey and that big contract that he received? And he's a former Jag
Oh, that's a
player
good question.
that wanted out, and now look what he goes from. If I'm not mistaken, the Jags not wanting to pay him any money to be the highest paid corner now, right?
I'm happy for him. I said this about 3 to 4 years ago when Jalen contract was up, when I knew Unique contract was up. I say the Jaguars organization is not going to give either one of those guys a $100 million deal. It's not going to happen. Jacksonville, because you got to see more rate of return on your product before you justify giving somebody $100 million.
Correct.
So I knew that Jalen is as dynamic as Jalen is. He's one of the 2 or 3 best DBs in the NFL. I knew he wasn't going to get a deal here. And I like Jalen as a talent. I didn't like what he did to get out of here by faking the back injury and all that kind of stuff. But he found his way out of Jacksonville. He said they didn't have a winning culture. And he went to a team that, went 9-7 last year. He's got an opportunity in a tough division. But
real tough.
Yeah, but I'm happy for him. He got a 5-year deal, $105 million. He got $71.2 million guaranteed.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
What his phone number? What his phone number? What his phone number? What his name? What his phone number?
Now, if he's a smart man.
I already got a man. I'm sorry.
I'm saying if Jalen's a smart man, he would keep his house in Florida.
Correct.
Because if he gets a house in California, they got 12% state tax in California to go along with the 39.6% the IRS already takes. So that's already taking half of your money. So
maybe he need to keep his address.
He would be wise to keep his address here.
His address here, yes.
Yeah, but just imagine that, though. Just think about that. He got $71.2 million guaranteed money. So that means when he signed, more than likely, they give you, 30-some% of your guaranteed money up front. So he probably signed for about $27 to $30 million check that they gave to him once he signed.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. So what's the first Jaguar game? What's the date of the first Jaguar game?
First Jaguar game is this Sunday, 1 o'clock against the Colts.
1 o'clock against the Colts.
Home game. Yeah, it's
home game. Very good. So everybody be tuning in if you're a major Jaguar fan. Me personally, I'm going to make sure these Lakers come on through with the championship. That's where I'm at.
So they turned it off the Lakers game.
I'm a Laker fan too, but they're gonna have to. They gotta go through the claw.
Listen, it's gonna happen.
We're gonna win it all this year.
It's gonna happen.
Gotta do it for the mama.
Hashtag King James. Hashtag. Just so y'all know.
Gotta do it for Kobe.
King James. Yeah. Smoking Aces, Lisa. Yes. So we thank you so much again, Torrance. We're about to come in. And guess what we got again?
Y'all.
Third episode closing, Leon. Very good. Give me a high five in the back.
All day.
Excellent.
Every day.
I appreciate you being here with me, co-host Leon, and we're just having a fabulous time. Catch us every other Thursday here at Island Girl for our Smoke and Score live broadcast. We will have our next guest coming up. He is a owner and restaurateur of a restaurant on the north side of town, Seafood, and he's supposed to be bringing some treats too, Leon.
Sounds good.
So if you come next week, you'll get some food.
All right.
Seafood platter and all that good stuff. So again, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor for our broadcast sponsor, Mr. Emmanuel Washington. He is a local filmmaker. He is now doing a film on She the Number One Fan, the new up and coming rise of females as football fans. I'm a basketball fan, but I love the fact that women get into football like that. Yeah. And they have a lot to offer, don't they, Leon?
Yeah, we got time. We'll convert you.
We'll convert you.
Wade in the water.
Wade in the water. So anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in with us and being patient with us today. As with anything else, life happens, and we have a little technical difficulty going on tonight, but we'll come bigger and better because you know what? We don't quit. We don't stop.
Can I say it?
Go ahead.
And another one.
And another one. And another one. Thank you again, and good night.
All right.